So we want to see the trick to find the sample space of the possible total outcome of rolling two fair dice. Remember, a die has 6 faces and 2 dice has what? 12 faces. Yeah, but it's not going to be like that. It is going to be 6 times 6, which is what? 36. So a fair die has 6 faces. The other die has 6 faces. So the total possible outcome is what? 6 times 6, which is what? 36. Now we want to see how we are going to the trick to get it. So you begin by writing 1, comma, write 2, comma, write 3, now what you need to do is just write 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1 more. Now what you do here is write 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, write 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Now, next, we have to impute for this first line the chances that we want to have 1 and 1 is this. So we have 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1, 6 and 1. So we go. Now this line is going to be what? 2. So here is going to be 1. So here is going to be 2. Here is going to be what? 3, 4, and what? 6. So here we have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Here will be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3, 4, 4, 4, and this is the sample space of rolling 2 fair dice. So if you roll 2 fair die, you might have 1 and 1, or you might have 2 and 1, you might have 2 and 2. Now this is the total outcome of what you might have when you roll 2 fair dice. Now the questions that are going to come up next are possible questions that you always find in your exams, and in fact these are more technical questions you should find all the time. So let's see the possible questions that comes and how we are going to use this sample space we have already gotten here to solve them. So we have the first question here, which says, what is the probability of obtaining a total of 4? Total of 4. So what is the chance that we're going to have 4 from rolling 2 fair dice? Now, total of 4, yeah. So it can be maybe the first die gives you 1, the second die gives you 3, or the first die gives you 2, the second die gives you 2 also. So that is what this question is all about, and I have already given you the answer. So let's say the total of 4 from our sample space there. 1 and 1 is not 4. So the possible chances of obtaining 4 is this 1 and this 2, this 3, and what? That's it. So we have 3 chances of obtaining 4 from this sample space. Now let's cycle it to see what we need. So 1 and 3 is going to give us what? 4. So this is one chance. 2 and 2 is going to give us 4, another chance. 3 and 1 is another chance also. Is there another chance that we might have 4, a total of 4? I don't know, but I think from the sample space we can conclude that the probability of obtaining total of 4 equals possible outcome all over total outcome. Now the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3. So we have what? 3 all over what? 36, because this is what? 36 from the sample space. Then let's see, can we reduce this to its minimum? Yeah. So if 3 cancel here, it will give us 1. 3 here is going to give us what? 12. So the probability of obtaining a total of 4 is 1 all over what? 12. So this is the answer. Correct. So let's see the next question. So question 2 says, what is the probability of obtaining 2 even numbers? Remember, even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 without a remainder. Now we want to see the chances of obtaining 2 even numbers. So the first die gives us an even number, and the second die gives us also what? An even number. So let's go. So let's go back to our sample space. 2 even numbers. So here is 2, but here is 1. So it's not an even they are not 2 even numbers. So let's check for the next line. Yeah, so on the very first line there is no possible outcome. So let's check for the second line. Yeah, 2 and 2. So this is 1. Let's underline it. And 4 and 2. This is 1. Let's underline it. 6 and 2. Let's underline it. Yeah, let's go again. Yes, so and here we have another one, 2 and 4. Let's underline it. So we go again, 4 and 4, we underline it. 6 and 4, we underline it. And then we go again, 6 and 6, yes, we underline it. 4 and 6, we underline it. 2 and 6, we underline it. Now let's see if we did it correctly. So let's go over it again. Correct. So the chances of obtaining 2 even numbers are, how many possible outcomes do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 possible chances 9 possible chances that we have what, 2 even numbers. So if we divide this, let's go gradually. So we know 3 here is going to give us 3, and 3 here is going to give us 12. So we have 3 all over what, 12. And we know this is going to be what, 3 here is going to be 1, 3 here is going to be what, 4. So the chances of obtaining 2 even numbers is 1 all over 4 when you roll 2 fair dice. This is the answer. So we'll go to the next question and get it right. And here is question 3, which says, what is the probability of obtaining a sum greater than 10? A sum greater than 10 simply means when you add what you have from the first die and what you have from the second dice, the sum is greater than 10. So let's go. Probability of sum greater than 10 is equal to, good. So let's see, 1 and 1 far below 10. So where we are going to find the sum greater than 10 should be on this very line, because you can see here 6 3 is going to give us 9, and 4 plus 4 is going to give us 8. All these other numbers, their sum is not going to come close to 9 or to 10. So on this line we have 6 plus 4 is going to give us 10, but the question says a sum greater than 10 simply means we need to have more than 10, and there are just 3 numbers that's going to give us what, 3 possible outcomes that are going to give us more than 10. So the first one is this, 6 plus 5 is going to give us what, 11. So this is 1. 5 and 6 is going to give us 11. This is another one. And 6 plus 6 is 11, is 12, which is going to give us another one. So the possible outcome is what, 3, and the total outcomes are what, 36. So we have again 3 all over what, 36, sorry, and this gives us what, 1 all over what, 12 as what possible answer. So the probability of obtaining numbers a sum greater than 10 is 1 all over 12. So we see in the next question. So question 4 says, what is the probability of obtaining 13? Tricky. Yeah, let's see from our sample space. From this very line, the maximum we have is what, 7, because 6 plus 1 is what, 7. From this line, the maximum is going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there is no possible chance of having what, 13. So the probability of obtaining 13 is what, never possible. So there is no chance that what, you will have what, 13. And there are other questions that might come which we don't want to talk about now, but it's quite simple if you apply the same working techniques we've used in the previous examples. For instance, you might be asked, what is the chances of obtaining prime numbers, the sum of prime numbers? What is the probability of obtaining a perfect square, the sum of a perfect square, and so on. So this is how you can find the sample space of rolling 2 fair dice, and how you can also tackle questions on probability using the fair die. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next topic.